little early so people can get in here. Jay Francis is already in here. Hello, hello. Okay. Jay Francis says, looking forward to the show. Okay. The Blog Talk simulcast will begin in about 20 seconds. So I got my water, I got my coffee. Here we go, folks.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Blog Talk Radio.
And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. Sorry, I was trying to talk and shuffle at the same time. Welcome to Psychic Talk. Hello, come on into the cafe. Grab your coffee or tea and maybe a latte, caramel macchiato. Oh, that sounds really good right now. I've got coffee. Grab your drink, pull up a chair, sit down, and we're going to hang out for a little bit here in the Psychic Cafe, live on Blog Talk Radio, as well as video streaming live on YouTube. That's right. Jay Francis in the chat says coffee is a great idea. She said she's looking forward to the show. You have a great radio voice, Dax. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. I think it's just sounding extra broadcasty today because had a big long meeting at the American Legion last night and went late and everything and got a little gravelly, and stuff. Tonight it's karaoke. It's Valentine's dinner at the Post, and we're having karaoke, and it's all happening in the main hall. Karaoke up on the stage. Should be a ton of fun. Absolutely a ton of fun. Yes, it is the 14th. It's one of my best friends, David Saavedra's birthday. He's turning 60 today, Wednesday, February 14th. My friend Dennis turned 60 on the 1st. I'm the last one. I'm in June. And the three of us were all born in the year of the dragon. We just had the Chinese New Year, right? And it's the year of the dragon again. Happens, every 12 years, but also each cycle of the dragon or the monkey or the rat or what have you, they all have individual, like the five elements. So we were all born in the wood dragon, and that year hasn't been here, hasn't come back around again until this year. Really cool. And it's when we all turn 60. Very interesting. At least I don't think we've had a wood dragon. You can correct me. I don't know anything about Chinese astrology except for that I'm a dragon and I love dragons. But it is the 14th. So that is a 5 energy for the day. We're talking change and high energy. You can get a lot done today. It can also spiral down really quickly into chaos. And we talked about this yesterday because the date energy was 5 yesterday. Today, it's the day energy. The date energy is actually 6. Family, home. It fits Valentine's Day perfectly. Hearth and home, a return to balance and harmony after the chaos of 5. And as we explained yesterday, we haven't talked about the date energy and the day energy the last month in January. And that's because all of January, it was the same. because when you and I never knew this, and it's interesting because I've been a numerologist for 35 years, and I never took notice that, okay, so if you take the month and add it to the world year and then add that to the current date, if you add that up first and get a digit, like it's the second month, it's 2 February, and we know the world year is 8, right? Oh, I got balloons. Hey. I still don't know how I do that. There's gestures here on MacBook here. So back to where I was, losing track, right? Um so I keep seeing the balloons going by on the other screen. A little delay on YouTube. So when you take the 2 and you add it to the world year of 8, you don't have to, in the beginning of the year, and I said this yesterday, you know, we all know the world year because you take 2024, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. And then you don't have to reduce it anymore when you're doing any calculations with dates this year. So then take the month and add that to that. So 2 plus 8 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So the whole month of February, you just add 1 to the day energy. So it's the 14th, 1 plus 5. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So we know it's a 5-day energy, a 6-date energy. And then I guess March would be 3. But I'm going to calculate it again when we get to March because I don't trust numerology. You know, got to calculate it. Make sure you don't want to make any boo-boos, but it's simple math. It's all simple math, right? Oh, and when I was shuffling earlier and I got the heart of the matter card, I got the 10 of Pentacles. Again, family. This might be suggesting, hey, go to a family event or something for Valentine's Day, or hold your own. That's right. And of course, this reduces the 1 energy, 10, right? And then I pulled the card of the day and I got the 10 of Cups again with the 10, with that 1 energy. Might be new beginnings today. Don't pass up taking a leadership role, things like that. But it's also, idyllic family setting. So both of them are, very close in meaning here and so forth, so that I thought was like, really, really cool. And another message I feel coming through is if somebody's having difficulty in your family, be extra generous today. It's Valentine's Day, right? So, see how you can help people. And, if you don't have family, I'm talking close friends, things like that, but your immediate family, your siblings, parents, other people in your immediate family, or, close friends, things like that, right? So see how you can be extra generous today. I'm thinking of where is it? Oh, the 10 of Pentacle. If you're the one in need, reach out to family. Yes. Yes. If you're the one in need, it's Valentine's Day, perfect excuse. Happy Valentine's Day. And then, try to get some help, maybe start off by getting a gathering of your family and or friends, together, and then you seek some help out there, right? But it's just perfect today with the cards. I absolutely love that it came out that way for Valentine's Day. What are you doing for Valentine's Day? So our Valentine's dinner at the Post is going to be chicken cacciatore, and everybody knows I'm, part Italian. I love the Italian food, right? So, looking forward to that. And usually we have karaoke in the club, but we're actually going to have it in the main hall with the dinner. So it'll be different and really cool, much better acoustics. And, Jay Francis was saying about the radio voice, right? Well, I also sing and I have a lot of fun entertaining other people. That's the cool part about it, really, is being able to entertain other people. It's fun. It's fun. So that's what I'm doing for Valentine's Day, going to karaoke and Valentine's Day dinner, and a bunch of friends and people are supposed to be there. So Should be tons of fun. What are you doing? And if you're in the chat on YouTube, let me know. Let me know. So how do you get to the chat? Well, just go over to YouTube. We are Psychic Talk, obviously, Psychic Talk. And so it's the @ Psychic Talk when you search. And sometimes when you do a search on YouTube, it doesn't give you like what you're looking for right away in the results. You have to use the filters. So click on filters, click on channel, and you'll find our channel. And you go into the channel, and right at the top there, first thing you see is going to be this live. It'll say live, and just click on it, and then you'll be in the chat room with us. Yeah, and everybody else in it. Who's coming in? To Max Flex. That is a cool name. It's very close to my name, Dax. You take the M out, and it's Dax. Max. And Sunshine's in there. Hi, Sunshine. So if any of you have a question, just pop it in the chat there. You can also call into the show, 714-816-4628. Oh, we already have callers. That's cool. So if you want to be live on air with me, when you call in, as soon as it should prompt you, but sometimes Blog Talk doesn't. So when you call into the radio switchboard, 714-816-4628, press 1 on your dial pad. That'll put you up in the caller queue, and raise your hand. Let me know you want to be live on air with me. Like right now, we have some callers with their hand raised. We have a bunch of callers without their hand raised, and they're at the bottom. They're not in the queue. So if you want to be live on air with me, remember to press 1 as soon as you get through. 714-816-4628. We'll be taking calls in just a second here. And then if you have any questions, in chat, maybe you just want a general reading, just say, hey, Dax, pull a card for me, please. Something like that, right? If you have a very specific question, type the question in, try to be as concise as possible. So 1 or 2 lines, and you can ask it any way you want. We're not fussy about anything. I'm going to answer the question exactly how you ask it. Okay. So you can ask a yes, no. I know a lot of readers, it's like, don't ask yes, no questions. It has to be open-ended. And we have to rephrase the question so it's more empowering to the client. I see the value in that, and I do that a little bit sometimes myself, but I've steered away from that lately. I just take the question as you give it to me. If it's a yes, no, fine. But I have a really cool spread for that. 5 cards, lay it out. I don't just get yes, no. I get yes, no, really yes, really strong yes, a pretty strong yes. I get a maybe yes, maybe no, stronger no, real strong, like 5 card no, yes. But the cool thing is I get the 5 cards, so I get way more information than just yes no. And that's how I start out a lot of my readings with a lot of my clients, even in person. I started using that spread on air because on the radio we only have like a couple minutes with callers, and it takes time to shuffle and everything else, and I just wanted something I could do real quick. But then I discovered the power of the smaller spread, but it's big enough where you get enough information. And then if there's questions on top of that, then you pull like 3 cards here, 3 cards there, 3 cards here. And that's the way I do it a lot. I don't use fancy spreads, and especially ones where you have to look it up and remember what all the placements were and everything. However, I know a lot of people use spreads, and for this year, 2024, in some of our workshops and panel discussions and here on the shows and stuff, I'd love to hear everybody's favorite spread. And, I'd like to try out spreads this year because it's been a while. We've been on air for 14 years. I have been using the 5 card spread for at least 11 or 12 of those years, maybe 13.
90
anyway,
seconds.
It's been a long, something's going wrong with our Blog Talk feed here for some reason. Wow. Okay. Sorry about this, folks, but there's something wrong. Somehow the Blog Talk counter is not as high as it should be. I'm going to go on here and see if
60 seconds.
I don't know if that can be fixed. I may have to recall into Blog Talk right here live on the show. Or you know what? I could tell everybody, join us in the chat on YouTube because unfortunately, We're about to lose the Blog Talk feed. Hey, technology, folks, it's a 5 day. Yeah, we had problems yesterday when it was 5 date, and now it's a 5 day, 14th. Mm. So I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on. I'm checking. For some reason, it was only scheduled for 15 minutes. I do not know what's going on here. So if I lose the calls, you can come over to Blog Talk. Sorry, come from Blog Talk over to the YouTube channel, right?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. It's youtube.com/the @ sign. Yeah, Psychic Talk. Sorry, had a brain freeze there. Or psychic.cafe/YouTube will take you over to the YouTube. I apologize for that. Okay. Well, the funny thing is, though, that even though the streaming has stopped, my phone calls are still on there. So you guys in the caller queue that are in there now anyway, I may be able to get your call. Now, if you're just listening, fine. If you want to be live on air with me, press 1 on your dial pad. So I know this is working. Otherwise, I'm just going to do the chat, So this may be the shortest show we've ever had here. Oh my God. And I totally lost track where we were, what we were talking about. I know I was talking about spreads. Yeah. So basically, if you have any really cool spreads, we should start a spreads group in the on the Psychic Cafe. I'm sorry if I'm a little confused right now because that's never happened to me before where Blog Talk just stopped working, and I mean it we've had technical problems where it's gone down, but I've never had the timer just stop like that. So you guys are seeing all of our, behind the scenes technical difficulties and things like that. Yes. And Jay Francis says, my favorite spread depends on the question. That's really cool. And every question imaginable out there has a spread for it. There's books of thousands of spreads. I'd like to do some workshops on spreads. Actually, it's interesting because on Sunday, Pamela Steele was my guest co-host, and she's the author of everything's dropping. Yep. Decks such as the Steel Wizard Tarot, Language of the Soul. This is the 3rd edition in the fabulous box, right? And I dropped Chiro. I'll give him a plug because I dropped him on the floor. Tarot Grand Lux is like one of my favorite decks to work with clients in person. Also, these are great for doing guided meditations into because they have these fabulous borders on them. I love the borders. And in some of the cards, the images in the card kind of spill out over top of the border. So it makes like a 3-dimensional look to it. And they are so good for guided visualization. Like take this Queen of Wands, look at how her staff here, her wand, it's really a staff, I think. But anyway, it's going beyond the border. You see, it makes it kind of look 3-dimensional. And you can do a guided meditation with somebody or with yourself, where you go into the card and the border is the doorway or the window that you're going in. And I was just talking with our Friday host, Catherine, and she does meditations on every single Friday show. So you got to tune in for that. It's really fantastic. But she wants to be on a show with me when I do a guided visualization. I was talking about it's actually hypnosis, to be honest with you, because I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. And what you're actually doing is you're taking them through a visualization where they go into a light alpha state. So you go into a light trance for the whole process. But people are aware, are really weird about, they're wary of that word hypnosis. They don't like hypnosis, even though all meditation and all guided visualization, it's all hypnosis, folks. Even when we're reading cards, it's hypnosis because we're laying the cards out and we're looking at the cards, especially if we are in person with a client. You get into kind of like a sync with the client, the reader and the client, and you both go into a light alpha state as you're looking at the cards and doing it anyway. Okay, so I use the word guided visualization so it doesn't scare people off, with the hypnosis. But yeah, I'm going to do it on air, a live visualization into the Hermit card. And I don't know when we're going to do that yet, maybe in a couple weeks. Catherine from Compassionate Light on Fridays is going to be my guest co-host and hang out with me when we do that. And she might have a visualization or a guided meditation. I think she calls it more like a guided meditation. She'll have that for you. Dan's in there. Hi, Dan. And Divyani, I remember that name. Hello, can I get some love guidance? Hey, it's perfect for that today, right? Right. So let me see let me go back to the phone lines and see. Yeah, I don't see anybody's hands raised. So I think everybody's just listening to the show, and nobody will be able to dial in from this point because, like I said, our simulcast streaming stopped. So, but it's still recording. That's really cool. I may not have to like do a whole lot of editing and upload audio to Blog Talk. I'm hoping. Okay, let's everybody keep our fingers crossed. We don't have to do that, right? Let's go back and take questions then from the chat here. Gotta scroll to the top. So this is how I do it. I scroll to the very top of the chat and I go down. There's no list to get on. Don't spam the chat and put your question over and over again. Just once, put it in there. Hey Dax, can I get a message from the universe or a message about love or something? I'll pull a card or two. If you have a very specific question, maybe about a relationship you're in right now because it's Valentine's Day. Boy, that snuck up on me. I did want to mention that it really see every year because I do numerology reports too. I'm a numerologist, and it's really cool to get like your numerology chart and then a numerology chart of your significant other, and then I do a comparison analysis between the charts and tell you your strengths and weaknesses, which I do for individual people with their individual charts. But this is looking at the relationship, which is really cool. And I do a special every Valentine's Day with a discount for 2 reports. Oh, and I just did thumbs up, and there goes there goes the balloons again. I got to figure out how to control that though. Anyway, Italian, talk with hands, so I don't even know I'm doing the code gestures to do things on the screen. So yeah, I completely forgot to do a sale. Typically I'll do a couples numerology, and then I'll also do something like couples numerology with a mini reading, or not a mini reading, but like, a regular tarot reading, like 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. Right. So I forgot to do that, but if you're hearing this, seeing this, watching this in archive, watching it live now, something like that, and you'd like to see your numerology chart and your significant others, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your spouse, but you can go beyond that, your best friend, your kids, your parents, your siblings, your boss, your coworker. No, I guess on Valentine's Day you don't really want to do that, but I mean, if you really want to, yeah, we can do an analysis between 2 charts. But um significant others, husband, wife, or they, them, I don't know how you say that, with non-gen what do they call that, can't even think of it right now. Anyway, but my point is boyfriends, girlfriends, spouses, etc. It's like if you want a comparison and me to do the chart for both of you, just get a hold of me. Just go. Actually, I can pop it up there. It's a good excuse to put up my URL here. Go to my page, psychic.cafe/Dax. Now you have to be logged in to send a message. So first sign up at www.psychic.cafe. It's free to sign up. Then go to my page /Dax, and boom, you'll see the little icon. It's like a envelope. click that, and you can message me. Also, at the top of any page is the message icon. If you're on a phone, you don't see it. What you do is you just click your avatar, click your profile picture, which if you just joined and haven't installed a picture yet, it's going to have a colored circle and your initials. And just click that. It'll open it up across the top of the phone there, and you'll see the message icon. Click that, click new, type in Dax, I'll pop up, click me, then you can send me a message, or just go to my page and click the button, right? And just say, hey, I want 2 numerology reports with comparison analysis, and I'll do a huge discount for you. I don't even know. I'm going to go to my old page because I don't even think I have the numerology page set up on Psychic Cafe yet, but I'm going to go over here and let's see. So full custom numerology reports. So, okay. Yeah. So we're going to say it says, okay, so get 1 report for $47, 2 reports for $67. So for the Valentine's Day special, I'll do 2 reports for $47. Yes, take $20 off what I normally charge for 2 reports, and I'll do a comparison analysis for Valentine's Day. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Okay, so yeah, just contact me through my page. I'll send you a link. Awesome, awesome. And by the way, that website URL, www.psychic.cafe. Yeah, it's not a .com or a .net. I like putting it up here with the www so people get the idea. Oh yeah, that's an actual URL that actually works. But you don't need the www. You can just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe. It'll take you right over there. And actually, I'm going to see if I can open that right now and get that URL and pop it in the chat for everybody. I'm also going to pop in mine, which is just /Dax. There you go. So you guys can get right to my page and everything like that. Okay. So who had the first question here? Nice. Jay Francis says, nothing today with VD, Valentine's Day. I call it V Day, like Victory Day. It's like, I go, Happy V Day. And they're like, is that for Victory Day or Venereal Disease Day? Or what are you saying? Fee Day. Anyway, people, you would not, you would be amazed, or maybe not, like what they come up with and how people's heads are in the gutter. Vanita's in there, says, hi all, Vanita. Jack Mac's back. Oh my God, it's been a while, Jack Mac. Jay Francis, did you have a question? Oh, this weekend going to a black owned winery wine tasting in Detroit. Oh, wow. That sounds cool. That's very different. You're gonna have to, next time you're in next week on one of our shows, let us know how that went. Yeah, okay. So I already read that part. My favorite spread depends on the question. D-Max was like, do this Leo get a check month? Huh? What does that mean, Jay? I mean, sorry. Sorry, Jay Francis. I meant to say D-Max. D-Max Flex had, I'm ready. Do this Leo get a check month? I have no idea what that means. So, D-Max, re-say that question, repeat the question, rephrase it. I do not understand what you're asking there. Okay. Maybe I'm just, if anybody else knows what D-Max is asking, you pop it in. I mean, if you're getting it, I'm sorry, I'm not getting it. Okay, so you just repeated the same thing. You're not telling me what you mean. Are you asking, are you going to get a paycheck this month? Are you going to get like a check? Or are you asking something? Is it about money? I think that's what they're talking about here. But I'm not sure. I did get that 10 of Pentacles, which is really good for today in general, as far as that goes. And let's see, what am I getting? Okay, so I'm going to cut to the heart of the matter. The Star card. So we could just stop there. Big fat yes. It's a big major arcana card. That's a big fat yes. But you know what? The Star card is hope. There's hope that this will happen. Okay, let's see what he's saying here. Okay, do this, Leo. Now, when you say this, Leo, are you talking about another person that is a Leo, like a Gemini, Leo, Cancer? Is the person's name Leo, or are you talking about yourself and you're a Leo? See, this is the thing. This is why I hate text, and why I'm upset that our phone lines died on Blog Talk, because I prefer to talk to people so that I understand what the heck they're actually asking. And by the way, this same thing when I, messaging on Facebook and instant messaging on Psychic Cafe. Yeah, did you know that our Psychic Cafe website, it's just like Facebook, has all the same functionality except none of the negative stuff and the ads and everything. And it's all psychic stuff, all tarot, numerology, psychic mediumship, astrology, runes, Reiki, crystals, all that stuff all the time, and none of the negative stuff, but it's our own little Facebook and you can message each other. But that's what I hate about instant messaging and stuff and private messaging. Half the time I don't understand what people are saying. Of course, now you can do audio clips. You can do an audio clip. So, okay, so talking about the person. All right, so I'm just going to give you the flat out answer here then. Okay, I'm going to stop here. All right. So I already got the Star card, right? All right. And I was going to do the 5 card yes, no, like we were talking about earlier, but I got the 4 of Cups. Now, it may not come as quickly as this person wants, and they might not be, totally happy about everything. Maybe the amount isn't where they want it to be with this check or whatever. But again, it's a big fat yes card. 4 of Cups, and then followed by the 8 of Pentacles. 8 is abundance. So that's why I stopped there, because already we've got yes, yes, yes. And this is a big, strong, as far as money goes, the eight of Pentacles. In fact, I always tell people, take the 8 of Pentacles, and if you don't, if you have an old deck, pull the 8 of Pentacles out. If you don't, take your favorite 8 of Pentacles card and scan it, print it out, or go on Google, because almost every picture, like there's a picture of almost every card in every deck nowadays, right? Find that card from the deck you want, and open it, and then click print, and print it out, cut it out, and laminate it, and then put it in your purse or your wallet and carry it around with you for good luck, and then also you can do a little meditation, actually like a quiet affirmation to yourself. You're in line at the store and you're pulling out your credit cards or cash or whatever, and there you see the 8 of Pentacles in there. Then you just, like, real quick, fraction of a second affirmation on however you want to write it in your own words for money. Comes quickly and easy to me, blah blah blah, things like that. Yeah, so getting this card, I'd say it's a yes. I'm going to say it is a yes for the Leo or what have you. Okay. So Jay Francis gives a hint. Go to Google Translate in your native language and find out what you are trying to say in English, maybe. Yes, that's a way to do it. And we do get a lot of people. Most of them speak English and really, really good English. But we get people from around the world. I mean, everything from India to Bosnia to, I mean, you name it, Singapore. We've had people here from, oh gosh, Vietnam. We actually have certified tarot readers, masters, even grandmasters from Vietnam. Yeah, believe it or not. Let me turn off that URL there and remind everybody to subscribe. Hey, if you're new here, you haven't subscribed yet, help us out. We're trying to get to that elusive 500. It used to be 1,000, but they brought it down to 500. You still have to, I think, hit 1,000 and 3 or 4,000 watch views to get fully monetized with the ad spend and all that stuff. But at least you can get started and, like, do super chats and things like that. If you have I think they changed it this year to 3,000 hours of watch time and 500 subscribers. So please go over and subscribe, and also remember to hit the like button as well. Yep. Okay, so what was the other questions in there? I know someone had a, was it Devani had the love one? Yeah, I think so. So if anybody has a question or just wants me to pull a card for love or pull a general message from the universe, pop it in there. Oh, thanks, Dan. Dan went non-binary. Yeah, I know non-binary. Please, it's just that when I have 1,000 things going through my head and I don't have a co-host on, and I'm trying to remember to do everything and run all of the technical, electronics and every, all the connections and software and things to do the simulcast and pull cards and worry about Blog Talk just died because the phone lines, lost the phone lines because the timer was set wrong. My bad. I must have screwed up there. Now I'm gonna have to go and check all the upcoming shows for the next, couple of weeks that I have programmed in there and make sure they all have at least an hour or two on there, right? Um, oh, I think that's what it was. For today's show, I wanted to keep it short because of being Valentine's Day. I wanted to make sure I stayed at an hour. So instead of my putting in the normal 120 minutes, 2 hours, what I usually do is I program it for all the shows 120 minutes. And then if we go over an hour, we can go over an hour as much as we want, and we don't hear what we heard earlier, the nice Australian accented lady coming on from Blog Talk saying, you know, 90 seconds, 60 seconds, So I make it a little bit longer. Even if we're going to go like 90 minutes, I make it 120 just to be sure, right? Well, today I wanted to program it for 60 minutes. I wanted to make sure I kept it at an hour, even if the lady started talking on air. But I must have boo-booed and hit 15 minutes instead of 60 minutes. Oh my God. I don't even know why they have 15 minutes on there. Who's going to do a 15-minute show? I guess some people, but it's insane. Absolutely insane. So for Devani, let me do some extra shuffling here. Dmax Flex says, yeah, I was talking about the name. It says, everyone says my name is cool. Yeah, I get that a lot too. It's like Dax, that is so cool. So Dmax is very close to Dax. I love that. And Dmax Flex. It reminds me there was a sci-fi show that had Flex in the title. And I loved that. That was one of my favorite shows. Of course, all sci-fi shows are my favorite shows. I love them all. Okay, doing a little more shuffling here. We're gonna cut to the heart of the matter. Hey Dan, you're in here. Is Michelle off doing stuff? I'm just curious. Okay. Oh wow, right away, eh? Okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so this is the deal. Gonna take a sip of coffee, folks. Mm. Um, Let me get my thing up here, my cheat sheet. Because I don't do astrology, so I just like have it on a sheet because I always forget the signs. So shh, don't tell anybody, okay? It's just our secret, just us. Um, so yeah, the heart of the matter card that I got for Deviani. I know I'm messing that up. I'm gonna say Dev. For Dev is the chariot card. Okay, so that's the overarching, heart of the matter is you are going to be able to make progress in your love life. Okay. And then usually how I do these love readings is instead of doing the 5 card spread, I start out putting cards down like I'm doing the 5 card spread, but I'm looking for court cards, and I will keep going till I get to a court card. Or if I go out like 10, 13 cards and don't get a court card, that's a huge indication that you're not ready, or it's just not the right moment for a person to show up. But I cut to the heart of the matter, cut the deck, got the Chariot, and then when I pulled my first card, King of Cups right off the bat. So Cups is water, the water element. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, potentially. I mean, it doesn't have to be a water sign, right? But the attributes of your typical Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio. Yeah. Or, I wouldn't be surprised if it, wasn't. So yeah, there is this person ready to come in, okay? And if you're already seeing somebody, let me know in the chat, Devyani, because we're not in person doing a reading, so I can't ask you these questions real fast. So I'm hoping you'll be able to pop it in there. If you're not seeing anybody, and that's what your question is like, where's my love life going? There's someone ready to come in. But if you're already seeing somebody, let me know, because that changes the reading. That'll change the reading here. I'm getting the Three of Cups. Okay, so and Dev, God, I don't know how to say it. Devyani. I'm just gonna say Dev, and which I said a minute ago, and I still try to pronounce it. Anyway, Three of Cups. Okay, so again, more water element, right? Right. And been single for a while. Okay. So this is the deal. Don't over focus on it. So this person is ready to come in. Okay. But the Three of Cups suggests celebrating. It suggests girls' night out. Hanging out with your sisters and your girlfriends and stuff like that, family, friends, and which we already talked about doing tonight, right? Today on Valentine's Day. And letting your hair down and having a good time, and not stressing over the whole relationship thing. Because once you do that, you're going to open up more for the universe to send this person in, right? In addition, you might be connected to this person through your circle of friends. All right. And then Ace of Wands after that, okay, it's not the Ace of Cups. I understand. But anytime you get an ace, it's something new. It's a new opportunity. It's a new beginning, and so this is looking really good. Typically Ace of Wands, we're talking more about what you're passionate about, career, even your job, but more career focused. Like Ace of Pentacles is more abundance and money, finances focused, right? Whereas this is more how you're getting it. So, the money, how you're getting abundance also, so what you're passionate about, following your passions. So it might also, he might come through from even your job, so if there's a job gathering, that could be it too. So yeah, let us know next time you pop in if the King of Wands shows up. What else is going on? Oh, Michelle's not feeling well today. Well, Dan, especially on Valentine's Day, that sucks. But Dan, are you going to take her one of your famous drinks? Uh, say hi to Michelle from all of us out here and myself, and say, get well quick, right? I think she said she's going to be back on Saturday, so I'm sure she'll be feeling better by Saturday. Ellie's going to be my guest co-host tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Um, and I'm gonna go back and see. Oh, Cody's in there. Cody, may I get a reading? Yes, Cody. So for everybody new coming in, you don't have to ask, and you don't have to get on a list or anything. So what you do is, if you want a message from the universe, say, "Hey Dax, please pull a card for me." If you want a love reading, just something off the cuff, you don't have a specific question, just let me know in the chat. If you have a specific question, type in the specific question, one or two sentences, exactly what it is you want to know, and how you want to know it and everything. And then Jack Mac, I had said hi earlier. If you have a question, pop it in there. Dev was asking, will he be long term? Well, I don't know. That's going out and way out into the future, and that's a whole other can of worms, and it's another question. We only take one question per person, so you're more than welcome to come back and ask that. Just remind me to go something like, hey Dax, that King of Cups is going to be long term. And I don't really like pulling on that kind of thing anyway, pulling cards on that, um because long term, what does that mean? 6 months, a year, 10 years, 30 years, the rest of your life? I can't look that far out anyway. So anybody that tells you that doesn't know what they're talking about, because the the timelines diverge the farther out you go. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. They're already diverging. And then you go out years, because the timeline that you're on is all dependent on the decisions you make along the way. So you've made all these decisions coming into this minute, this moment, this minute right now. You made all these decisions back here, and so you're in this timeline at this moment. And so the trajectory forward says an outcome, and that's how we can do a reading and we can get a potential, in quotes, potential outcome. But then when you go past that point, which I usually typically don't read farther than 1, 2, 3 months, 6 months at the max, and the timelines start diverging, and other decisions are being made, and it could end up anywhere there. So that's one reason why I don't like, doing, I'll do it, I'm not saying I won't, like when you come back, say tomorrow or the next day, and I'll pull a card on it or pull some cards on it and see. But it loses its accuracy. I can say if it looks really good, but I can't really say if it's going to be long term, because the farther out you go, you know. But we'll pull cards on it, Dev, if you want to come back, tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow, well, not Friday, because that's when Catherine's here, but tomorrow with Ellie, Saturday with Michelle, or next week. Be happy to pull cards on it. I'll pull cards on anything. I just like to explain to people how I think it works, how I've experienced it working over the last 30 years or so. So, I'm just going on my own experience with it. And I know there's psychics out there that'll tell you absolutely everything. Your cat's going to die in 2.3 years. It's like, what? How the hell do you know what's going to happen in 2.3 years? It's like the timelines diverge. And what I think that is, it's going back to fortune telling, where people said, please read my cards. And the fortune teller would put out the card. Those are your cards. And so whatever that says is written in stone. That is your future, cannot change. And that is such, I'm sorry, BS, because we have free will. The power of tarot really is, hey, I'm pulling these cards, and in this current moment, from your past decisions, the trajectory suggests this outcome. Do you want to go there? Or do you want to make new decisions and not go there? You see. So I just think it's people not understanding how this stuff works, But we'll try. Let's see. JMax said, I did earlier. Did my person see my message? Oh, okay. We can check that. Yeah, I didn't see your question before. I just saw you saying hi somewhere or something, but I didn't see that. I think I misunderstood what you were saying. I didn't know that was an actual question to pull cards on. Okay, so we got about 12 minutes to go here. We'll get your questions in. Actually, I'm going to shuffle again. Do a little shuffling. See what comes up. All right. And then I'm going to cut to the heart of the matter here. And we got The Ace of Swords. So yeah, big fat yes. They got the message. Let me see if there's anything else you need to know about that. Mm, no, nothing really specific. It just, yeah, it's just regurgitating the yes. So we're gonna go with yes on that, J Mac. I thought there was another question though. So Sunshine said, I'd like a reading too. Okay, so do you have a specific question, Sunshine? Because I want to know what I'm doing here. Am I pulling cards for a general or for a love question, love life question, or am I pulling cards for a specific question you have? Write in the specific question. Yes. So if you guys see me looking over here, so like I'm reading in the chat. I haven't gotten it, positioned in front of me yet. Mm, more lovely coffee in the cafe. Um, okay. Yeah, we already did Devani. Dan says, "Are you quote unquote all caps human, Dax?" Um, no, but what did you mean about that? I don't know what that means. I'm just kidding. Are you human? Well, I'm not a vampire. I wouldn't be getting old, you know. Oh, Dan said, I will, and don't fall into the retail of the V Day because of the truth behind St. Valentine's, the person, my personal feelings. Well, this is the thing. And I get that on a lot of things. And a lot of people say a lot of stuff about a lot of things. It's like, I mean, Santa was basically an invention of Macy's, right? Yeah. Um, they invented Mother's Day to sell Mother's Day cards. Stuff like that. But, it doesn't detract from what it is now. There's certain things people come up, well, the story behind that and that blah, blah, blah wasn't true. And this wasn't true. And that's not actually that. And I'm like, yeah, but it still, we make things what we make things. And so it's true for some people. And it's how people want to celebrate. So let them do it. It doesn't mean you have to get all commercial and run out there and buy the flowers and buy the cards and all that stuff if you don't want to. You can have a nice, really nice, quiet dinner at home, right? Or if you're in Tucson, come out to the post. I'll sponsor you and we can get chicken cacciatore together and do some karaoke, right? Um, let's see if there's any more questions here. We're coming down to the end of the wire here. Okay, so if I missed anybody's question, like Cody said, he was gonna have a question but hasn't typed it in yet. Um, and who was it earlier? It was Vanita was here, but I don't think they put anything in. Sunshine was gonna put something in but didn't yet. So last minute thing. Anybody that said they were gonna ask a question, ask it now in chat. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to get to it. That's the first thing. Second thing is, of course, we'd like to fill you in on everything going on real quick. And I'm going to do this super quick because we have a lot of regulars in here. The score. You can go grab me a cup of coffee at psychic.cafe/coffee. That's our tip jar. And I love the coffee. So, I mean, I'll take anything. Like, I mean, literally coffee. Like, in other words, you can message me and go, hey, I'm not using your coffee page to send you a cup of coffee. Uh, you know, uh, let me electronically or physically send you a Starbucks card. I will take it. I will take it. I love Starbucks. But if you want to, do a tip, go over to psychic.cafe/coffee. You can send me 10 bucks, 15, 20. Maybe you're enjoying these shows. Maybe you got a reading, got some cool information. Maybe you learned something on one of our shows. Maybe you just like hanging out in the cafe with us every day of the week, 7 days a week, which by the way is my next thing. Go grab me a cup of coffee. And don't forget, I'm going to be here with Ellie tomorrow. So if you go buy a cup of coffee and, we'll fix the phone lines thing, you can call in and you'll be the first caller. Just go, hey, It's Jim, area code 652, and I just bought you a cup of coffee. I'm calling in on tomorrow's show with Ellie. And you'll be the first caller. Or if you're going to be in the chat with a question in chat, we'll take your question first, no matter where it is in the queue, in the list on chat. So remember that little secret, go ahead and grab us a cup of coffee, and just let us know. So the show's ending. So just go over to my page, let me give you that once again. Go over to psychic.cafe/Dax. That's right. That's all you need. Open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/Dax. Go to my page, make sure you're signed in so you can message me. Let me know that you went ahead and bought us a cup of coffee, and whether you'll be in chat or on the phone lines, and what your area code is. Actually, you can give us your whole phone number, or like area code and last couple of digits. We see your phone numbers, so it's no big, mystery or anything. So you can actually give us your phone number. We're not going to give it to anybody, but if you want to be careful, give us your area code, last two digits, so we know it's you on the caller queue. And even if you're 10 down, we're going to take your question first, right? And shows daily. Yes, yes. And I couldn't make it on Monday. I almost didn't make it today, uh, but I did, even though, it's a 5-day chaos energy. Lost the phone lines on Blog Talk. Okay, so then Friday, tomorrow's with Ellie and me. Friday, Compassionate Light with spiritual channel Catherine Hahn. We used to call her angelic channel and healer or something like that. She changed it. I don't know if you guys noticed, for 2024 to spiritual channel, because she realized that she's not a channel just for angels. And she's always known this. She's always done that on the shows. Uh, people on the other side of the veil would come through, other entities, other guides, things like that. But she said, hey, I should promote it that way. And I said, yes, we'll change it to spiritual channel Catherine Hahn. She'll be on, I think she's talking soul again, this Friday. And then I'll be back on Saturday with another daily show, and Michelle hopefully will be recovered by then and be my guest host. And then on Sunday, it will be the Angelic View with Maria G. Moss, and I'll probably be co-hosting with her on that show, which is the 18th, right? And then the second ever Michelle's Mystic Corner will be the 24th. So not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. Second and fourth Saturdays of the month is Mystic Corner. Yeah, Michelle's Mystic Corner. So tune in for that. And of course, our New Year's sale, which we're extending out, so everybody has the chance to get their lifetime membership for a single payment of $78. And you save $297 off my course, because my course is included free. You save $124 on certification because you get certification free. And then it's 75% off our regularly $297 for lifetime membership. Yep, you get it for $78 and everything else, all the other features and so on and everything. Okay, coming back in here. Let's see. And Jay Francis says, hosting on Blog Talk is not free. Yes, it's very true. And thank you for contributing in the past as well. I love to contribute to the costs. You can make your own coffee. That's true. That's true. I was a barista, master barista for years, owned coffee shops up and down the West Coast. And yeah, I did work for Starbucks for a little while, but I was in coffee and had my own coffee shops and was a barista for years and years. It was a chain that I ran in San Francisco called Ooh La La. And I did all that way before I ever worked for Starbucks. And I was in a Starbucks doing some of this online work, for the guild. And the manager was there, and we got to talking. And I was telling about the coffee shops that I used to own and or run. Some of them I ran, some of them I own and ran. And he was like, hey, why don't you come to work here, a few hours here and there, and just to keep being a barista. And I said, okay, so that's how I ended up working for Starbucks, but I don't know if you guys have been around when I mentioned it, but we want our own Psychic Cafe brand of coffee, like something like Mystic House Blend, Psychic Cafe coffee, and then sell our own coffee, our own blend. Yeah. And then along with that, we can sell everything else in our store, besides the beans. We can sell the grinders, coffee, and tea infusers, coffee pour overs, coffee makers, French presses. I mean, you name it, espresso machines. I think that'd be so cool to have our own brand of coffee, right? Anyway. Oh, and Nick popped in. Hi, Nick. Sorry, I didn't even see you. General love reading for me, Dax. Okay. Hey, Nick, I never asked if you're, seeing anybody or anything. Uh, I don't know what's going on with you. Nick's one of our regulars. He's a lifetime member that, comes to the workshops and loves the panel discussions and the Q&As that we do. That's what you get with the lifetime membership, by the way. We do have the premium membership, which is annually right now. I think it's 47. And then with the new website, that's going to go up to 78 a year. And we're also going to have a monthly. I don't know what that's going to be, $9.99 a month, or maybe stick with the card number, 78 cards in the tarot deck. So $78 for a year, or $7.80 a month. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So the lifetime membership at $78 is a steal. Think about it. You pay one and you're done, instead of paying $78 each year, or $7.80 every month. If you're like me and don't like subscriptions, get the lifetime membership, folks. Oh, and if you don't know where to find it, there's actually, I think I had put this up. There's actually this URL, psychic.cafe/New Year, will take you to the blog post that has the button to buy and all the information. But you can just go over to Psychic Cafe, and it's right there on the main page. So our main page currently, we don't have a landing page set up. We just have you go right to the stream for the community feed, and it's pinned to the top. You'll see the banner, this one. Just click on that banner, and it'll take you to the post, and it'll give you all the information. You just click and get your lifetime membership. Go over to Psychic Cafe and sign up free if you haven't done so yet. And then I will how should I put that? I'll get you access to all the private groups, like the private membership group, the private group for my course that has the whole course on it and everything. We're also going to have a private group soon for all the workshops. Will be on a separate group. I figured instead of putting it on, I don't know yet. I'm toying. Do I put it on the membership group, or do I just I'm thinking about making a separate group. That way, if whatever we put on the membership group does, when you hit videos, it doesn't have like every single thing in it and the workshops. And so then it's hard to find the workshops. I think it might be better to do a post for each workshop with the video on a separate group. And then when you click videos, they all show up. Or you can just scroll down that group and all the posts are the past workshops and upcoming ones. I don't know. I haven't quite decided which way to go on that, but I'll get you access to all of that, and I'll upgrade your membership. You sign up free, you get the lifetime membership. Then I'll go in and manually make you a lifetime member, and you get the coffee cup icon, says you're a verified member. And then when you get certified, you get other icons, so people know, who are the certified readers, certified psychic advisors, psychic mediums, things along those lines. Okay, I was pulling cards, and then we got to get out of here. Pulling cards for Nick. Okay, so right off the bat, Heart of the Matter card. Three of Wands. Okay, um, with it being Wands, Nick, has your passion really been in there about, you know, relationships, love life, stuff like that? I don't know. I feel like it's like it's like you're looking, but are you? I don't know. And it's interesting too because it's actually the two of wands when this merchant first sends out their ships. And right now, you can see the ships in the harbor. The ships are actually coming in. Three of wands is actually your ship coming in card, really. Not looking. But I guess, there is an aspect of that because, whereas the two of wands, you're holding the globe and it really indicates, that. But hey, even if your ship's coming in, it's like he's still up there, up at this precipice here, looking out and looking for something, so it fits either way, I guess. But I just had a weird feeling when I pulled that card. So I'm wondering what's going on here. And then the magician card shows up. So, right off the bat, whenever the magician shows up in my readings, you know, it's all up to you. You have the power to make it happen. And once you realize that, then the world opens up to you. And it's, world card is card 21. So that's three: creativity and communication. Work on your creativity in this area and get creative. And communication, work on your communication skills with people you want to attract in. And then also you think outside the box with um how you're going about it and how you're meeting people. Do something different. Star card comes up, so that's the second time I got the star card. So yeah, there is definitely. Oh, I love how everybody's doing the heart. I got to do the heart too. You can do the heart and chat and make it go. Yes. And I'm gonna do some celebration ones too there. Yeah. So there's definitely hope. Okay. And these are all major arcana cards. Did you notice that? So I think it's looking really, really good. And by the way, card 17 reduces to 8, right? 1 plus 7 is 8. Abundance and prosperity. We're in the world year of 8, and the card before that was world. I mean, it's like, oh my God, the synchronicities and everything are just flying all over the place here, Nick. So, this could be your year in this area and be really abundant, in the area of relationships in your life. Oh my God. And yet another major arcana card, the temperance card. And 14, again, today's the 14th, 5 energy, change, marrying of opposites. And then that ace of wands shows up again. And remember, like, I got that for a love reading earlier today. It's like that's like the second time. It's like it's the new, yes, a new one coming in with the ace, right? This is the weird thing though. And then I get another ace of swords. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, Nick. And this is why. We've been getting all these cool cards, all these great synchronicities. It's definitely pointing in your favor. You have the whole world open to you. You have the star card and the temperance card. The magician, literally, you have the power and you can seek out. And then the two aces. But there's no core card showing up. It's going and going and going and going and going and going. Oh, and there's I don't know how to pronounce that at all. Ennyce, Enise or something. Nolan. I'm just gonna go with Nolan. I like that name, Nolan. So yeah, Nick, there you go. It's looking great. Looking great. but there's something left to be done. And you need to take the reins, with the magician and make it happen. You need to manifest this. The person or people that, could come into your life, they're not showing up yet. There's no court card showing up. So I'm just saying, you need to work on a few things. And then, after you've worked on it, creativity and communication, manifestation with the magician, make it happen. And then what I want you to do is when some of that's happened for you, let's pull more cards. Let's see if an actual person shows up, right? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here. I went over, but Sharma says, will I get success in, I don't know what they are saying there, UPSC, IRS or IRS? I do not, 2024. Is it something to do with the IRS? Or are you saying something else? Is it some kind of code? Thanks, Nick. I hope you like that. I was loving how that was coming out, Nick. Oh, okay. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter, Sharma. I can just pull cards and give you a yes or no. Because I'm not understanding what UPSC IRS is like. Are you talking about UPS, the delivery company, IRS, like the Internal Revenue Service? Or is IPSC something else? Or, I have no idea what you're talking about. A lot of that today. Have you noticed? A lot of that today where I have no clue what people are. Translator, please. Translator. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this real quick and then get out of here. Okay. I think one more rifle. Yeah. So will Sharma get success? Okay. Um mm, mm, mm. Okay, so it's possibly no, it's leaning in that direction. So what that tells me is that you have a lot of work to do to get to success. So it's not saying success will not happen. It's not like I got 5 no cards and it's like, or 4 no cards or 5, or it's just uh, but the very first card I pulled, the heart of the matter card, is the 10 of wands. Like, do you have too many irons in the fire? Are you overburdened? I gave that long talk a couple of times in recent shows about the 10 energy in numerology versus tarot, where there is no real 10 in numerology. It's actually 1 plus 0 is 1. But when you're at the 10, 9 is the ending and 10 is the hairbreadth moment before the new cycle starts at 1. It's like you're right there. You're right there. And typically in the 10 of wands, the individual is making, in most versions of the card, the individual is making progress towards their goal, which is this building in the distance here. But it's like you're overburdened or you're trying too hard. You have too many irons in the fire. You haven't, got it down to one thing. And then the page of swords shows up with the one sword, the one idea that you should focus on that. And then we got the 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands is galloping in, maybe not as fast as the Knight of Swords, but, second fastest, I guess. Zipping into that 4 of Pentacles. 4 is structure and foundation. Have you and it's Pentacles, it's financially, have you set up your foundations, investments, career, business, and are you following your passion with that? Because that could be what is delaying things here. And then the Queen of Wands shows up again, and So I'm getting all these wands cards, and the Queen of Wands along with the Knight of Wands. I mean, that is a big, strong. You gotta follow your passions, be ready to go. Uh, the cat in the Queen of Wands is a symbol of independence. Okay, and then the very last card was Temperance. So major arcana card, the only one at the very end, which suggests that you will have success in the future, but you have all this work to do first, okay, to get to that, right? And the Temperance card is, a card of balance and moderation. It's the opposite of this. So this is the heart of the matter card I pulled, which went onto the left. Then I laid out my 5 card yes no, right, and the last card this. So it's bookended with these 2 cards. Actually, on my table, it looks like this, okay, and the other cards in between, right? So like this is like almost the opposite of this. You got the Ten of Wands, overburdened, no moderation there. You're just, trying too hard or got too many irons in the fire. You haven't focused on that one thing, and then you got Temperance, the exact opposite of that, having the proper balance. And also, it's um a card of another card of manifestation. It's the Alchemist doing the impossible. Notice that the angel is pouring the water of life from one cup to another at an impossible angle. It's like doing the impossible. And notice that the angel is balanced between the white purity and the crimson in its wings, the red wings. So the red is the passion that we were talking about with all those wands. And then the white, there's a balance there, you see, to make it happen. So I hope that helped you out. That was who was that again? That was Sharma. Sharma, yeah. And oh, Charlotte popped in. Yeah, I was just about to leave, Charlotte. I'm glad you made it in. Uh, I'm ending the show a little early. I actually wanted to end at 1. And Charlotte, this is what happened. The phone lines, we lost Blog Talk. I mean, it's been recording all this time. I think it's still recording, or it might have ended. But what happened was I set the wrong time. And so 15 minutes into the show, it went, okay, 90 seconds left, 60 seconds left. Yeah. So, I wasn't even going to fix that and everything like that. We just took questions from chat, which I like better anyway, even though, yeah, I prefer to talk to people so I understand the question better than I do in text. But there's another part of me that likes the text, and it seems to be like faster, and I get to a lot more questions than I do with the phone lines. I'm just saying. Big surprise about Blog Talk. I know, I know. I am so close. I am so ready to pull the plug on Blog Talk. As Jay Francis said, we pay for that. You know, it's not a lot of money, but it is. It's still, annually it's a lot of money. Um, and yeah, the hosts are paying for that, and that's why I don't get rid of it, because some of our hosts still want the phone lines. They still want to take phone calls and talk to people. I understand that. I understand. And it's another outlet. Our shows go out obviously on YouTube Live, and then there's a recording of the show there. It also goes out on Blog Talk, and then it becomes a recording, becomes a podcast, and then that is automatically sent out to all the podcast outlets and iTunes and you name it. So it is a big outlet for our audience. Plus on our channel, we've done, let's see, let me go over to our Psychic Talk channel. If you guys have never seen our channel, just for fun, go over to blogtalkradio.com/Psychic Talk Network. And you can actually see our network on Blog Talk. A lot of our YouTube people never see this thing. And, we have 1,020 episodes. And 220,603 listens. And that's it, like over like the 5 years, something like that we've had this network. So, kind of don't want to give that up, but blog talk is a pain. It's also a pain going back and forth between taking some calls, taking the questions in chat, taking some calls. I'd rather just do the YouTube chat myself, but that's just me. And it would be nice to get rid of that, extra payment. But, hey, the hosts pay for that, so it's not like it's a burden on me, really. Maybe I'll start doing some of these shows YouTube only. What do you all think about that? Charlotte says you need to start drawing card of the day. Will blog talk function today? Yes, absolutely. So Charlotte's like, I absolutely love to talk to people. I hope that news didn't shock you. Well, if I ever had that's why I want her back, Charlotte back as a co-host, because she's done it before, and because I know that if I'm ever at a loss for words, I can just go, Charlotte, talk. She'll just go on for an hour, you know. So yeah, Sharma, I already answered your question. So I guess you weren't paying attention. So go back and listen to the replay. I'm not going to repeat everything I just did. Because it was complicated. It's not just a flat yes, no. There's a no right now, but there's a whole set of things you can do to move towards success. So, just repeat it. So I'm gonna get out of here. And Shripka was like, can I ask a question today? Actually, I can't do it because I have an appointment. I gotta get out of here. I was supposed to stop at 1. Charlotte, you're late coming in. I will so be your talking monkey. Is that wait? It's hidden behind the thing here. Oh yeah, talking monkey. Okay. Yes. Are you ready to come on? It's February. Are we pushing it off to March, or are you gonna come on the shows? Uh, Maybe next week or the week after. Let me know in a private message on um Psychic Cafe, Charlotte, or Facebook, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and I want to thank everybody for being here. I can't play the ending music because guess what? Blog Talk like literally died completely now. So I can't even play the outro music, but that's okay. Don't need it. I'm just gonna say goodbye, everybody, and thanks for being here. Oh, Charlotte, real quick said today I feel like I'm ready. Nice, nice. Well, you should come on with like Ellie and me or Michelle and me. Michelle and me will be on Saturday. Ellie and I will be on tomorrow. And you can be like the third wheel, and then that way you don't feel stressed, like you're able to get your feet wet. So let me know about that. Bye everybody for now. Good to see y'all.